Hello, citizens of our nation. RAWR here, and today we're going to be talking about the brand new film, The Mummy. Now, The Mummy is a reboot of the 1999 film starring Brendan Fraser, and it is also intended to be the first installment of Universal's Monsters universe, which they named the Dark Universe. Is this new Monsters universe off to a good start? No. To start off with some of the few positives of this movie, the action sequences were breathtaking and dazzling and amazing. There was one sequence in particular where there's a plane crash, and it's unlike anything you have ever seen in any movie ever. And it's so fascinating how they shot that sequence. I was reading about it, and they got planes that astronauts use to train, and they flew very, very high up in the sky, up to the point where there was no gravity anymore, so everybody in the entire cast and crew was just floating around and hanging out. And it got up to the point where the crew members had to hold a bag with one hand because they were all getting sick. They were all vomiting. So just for that sequence alone, I have to commend the filmmakers and the big risk that they took, because I think that it paid off. It was a great sequence. The visual effects were also quite good. The mummies looked very creepy and frightening. The action sequences were good looking and realistic. The look of the mummies and the fast-paced editing gave the film sort of a horror feel to it, which I quite enjoyed. Moving on, however, the script is very generic and by the numbers. People accidentally discover and unleash an all-powerful mummy, and now they have to fight it so they can break all of its curses and stop it from taking over the world. That is a plot that we have seen so many times before. And The Mummy didn't bring anything new to the table at all. It didn't take any risks, or it didn't even try anything new. It's so uninteresting, and it falls flat on its face. The characters were the exact same way. They were very generic, very by the numbers, and the film didn't give me any reason to care for any of the characters at all. The film does feature some great actors like Tom Cruise and Russell Crowe, but even they couldn't do anything with this script and with their characters. Nobody in this entire cast really stood out to me. There wasn't a cast member that was bad, but I can't say that there was really a cast member that was great either. Everyone was just average. The film also runs a bit too long. I think that they could have cut out a bunch of stuff from the third act in particular. Now in the third act, there's tons of great action, but it gets to the point where it's just one giant action set piece after another, after another, after another, after another. So much that it gets to the point where I'm not even entertained by the action anymore. I'm just bored. I want this thing to be over. Overall, while the action sequences were dazzling, The Mummy didn't quite do it for me. On my rating scale, The Mummy gets a 6.5 out of 10. So, The Mummy, have you guys seen it? Did you like it? Did you dislike it? Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Or do you want to see it? Why or why not? Comment down below. Let me know. Be on the lookout next Saturday for my review of the new film, All Eyes on Me. Farewell, citizens of our nation. Catch you all next time.